So what I want to do right now is simply play a little bit of Trike on stream and record this video with the hope that perhaps I can condense some of the ideas about Trike into something a little bit more digestible for people. So we're going to play Trike against a completely random bot on the smallest board size. And we're going to slowly move up the difficulty and slowly move up the board size and show you what happens. Also, one of the things that's really interesting about the Ludii is it allows you to show the legal moves. And this is just going to be on for the educational purposes, and it's also just generally good to have it on. Okay, let's do this. Let's play a bot. So, and the goal of Trike is basically to. So here I think I've already won, because now no matter where I play, I will have the majority of points. If I play here, I have 2-1. If I play here, I have 3-2. I'll also turn on a show the last move, so that we can figure out like what account from, so that we don't lose track of what was the last played stone. Okay, but obviously, since this game has a pie rule, if we play against an actual opponent, they should actually win, you know. So let's see what happens if we just turn this on. And I play a move like this. Now it's actually, the computer thinks that it's completely won the game. Because if I play here, it'll go win me 2-1. If I play here, then it'll play here, and you can see this pattern is, no matter which one I play, it'll win me 3-2. So we can try this one, since it's the only position that's not a... And again... Oh wait, hang on, go back one. I had this option, but again, this was also a forced loss. So, alright. That's, yeah. Okay, but that was 1 second of thinking. So let's see if we also lose to the computer at a bigger board size, maybe size 4, okay? On here. What's he gonna... Okay, he already solved the game. So, on size 4, it's, you know, it's a pretty small game tree, and but I'm pretty sure he didn't solve it exactly. So okay, if I play here, then it's an immediate loss. If I play here, now white has this trap, white has this trap. So let's try again. I played here, he swapped. Let me fill his trap. Now he creates another trap and another trap at the same time. And this is the kind of main problem with this small board size in Trike, is that pretty much no matter what, I end up in a position where I have to fill in one of, I let basically white get the traps. Okay, let's go up to a bigger board size now. And let me try losing first move. So usually like playing in the corners is losing. Yeah, now they made a swap move. Okay, good. This is 1 second of thinking on size 5. It's not long enough thinking to kind of figure out what's going on at the level of the swap. So I'm going to play what I believe to be a pretty good move because it sets a trap. So here is my trap. And now I have the option of setting another trap. But the problem with that move is if I do this, then it's possible for white to come down here, and then there's lines of sight into my other trap area, and I don't want that to get filled. So I'm gonna go over here, and now, oh man, this computer thinks that they're winning. So if I go, you know, me, him, if I have to play the next move, then he gets to basically call the shots. Although still, he's not going to go this direction. So me, him, me, him, me, me, him, me. It still seems fine for me. So I don't understand what's wrong with this. Because the thing is, if I go here, he wins. If I go here, then he will play this direction and still win because it's 3-2. And if he goes, so let's just try what I was thinking here. I go this way, and now I have two options, yeah? If I play this one, he'll play here. Yeah, so let's try this one. Okay, and that's the key aspect here. All right, well, I lost this one fair and square. So yeah, guys, I don't know if you can see this, but it has nothing to do with parity because the second to last move and the last move are both counted in the score. So it's all about what was placed before the last two moves, actually. Just keep that in mind. Right, so, okay. I'm going to try again on board size 5, just because I feel like I could have done better, okay? So I'll try again here. He made a swap move, and he feels like he's losing. And now, you know, I still feel like this is a good move. But he feels like now he's winning after this. So here, at this point, I admit, like, this must have been a mistake. So let's try this one. Now they still think they're winning. Okay, hang on. Jesus Christ. Trike is crazy. Yeah. Oh, what? Wait. Am I winning? Yeah. I just won. So the computer thought that and look, it went right into my trap. So this was the trap I set. But what happened? Okay, so I was actually winning. So the computer misjudged. All right, let's try again. All right, this is actually a mistake from the computer's perspective. I think playing in the corner is generally a mistake because there's not really a trap here. Now I'm going to set a trap. And he ignores my trap, and we create like an area of equal influence here. And now I just want to avoid playing. I just want to steer play away from this side of the board, okay? Because I don't want to get, but also I can extend my trap, which is a pretty good move, I think. And now I just want to create another trap. So now, now basically, I'm pretty sure wherever the piece goes, yeah, it's going to end up in my trap. And there it is. Okay. So let's now let's increase this. So I beat it twice in a row. Let's increase the thinking time for MC Grave to 2 seconds. Okay. Because it's obviously it's not doing too well on size 5. Okay. All right. So here we have yeah, fairly interesting. I'll just go ahead and set a trap here. So here's my trap. So I want to steer and also now I get a chance to create another trap. So now if he doesn't go here, I have another part of the board where if it ends up in that position, then I also win. So this part's mine and this part's mine. And basically he has no traps. So I don't know why the computer thinks he's winning, but let's see. Let's just see what's going on. I don't know. Maybe I'm confused. Oh my God, it's true. Oh my God, it's amazing. I still have a lot to learn this game. Yeah, this was a loss. Okay, fine, because the computer had a lot of influence here that they were able to like. But can we just go back? And I don't think it matters like kind of about this part. Let's see. He starts here. I can't go there, so I have to go there, and this whole thing begins again. He just basically he gets the chance to nullify the trap, and that's the key aspect here. Because after that point, then yeah, all of these are pretty much good for black. All right, but am I going to give up with 2 seconds versus like for size 5? No, I don't want to give up. I'll try again. Let's see what happens if I start here instead of like a obviously losing move. He makes a trap, I can make a trap. He creates a trap, and he somehow doesn't feel confident. I can nullify this now, and probably should, because I realize that I wouldn't have a chance to nullify it later because it's a curvy path. So now he feels like he's winning, which is kind of annoying. I have a chance to create my own trap here. And the really annoying part about this is I can see very clearly that if I play here, he'll play into my trap first, and then we have a curvy path into his trap. And if I play here, then he gets to complete this kind of shape, and then forcing me to then venture into new zones, where then he gets to choose the direction. So that's why the computers won this game. Oh, okay. But I'm not giving up. I want to play... This is a winning move. He'll probably swap. Yeah, he swapped. But he feels that he lost, which is kind of interesting. Right. I'll do this. And already believes that he's won. That's kind of annoying, but okay. Right, so here's a trap, and it's a curvy trap, so it's like really not a chance of... But I still have my own trap, so that's not bad. Now I have the feeling like if I go here, don't I get to... Yeah, exactly. Now I get to choose, and look, now he thinks he's lost again. So again, I'll make him kind of choose, and then we end up in my trap, basically. And that's how so we were able to kind of trick the 2-second on size 5. That means that this might be a good thing to keep playing, because I was trading games with this guy. But for fun, let's just maybe we increase the board size a little bit more, just because I think size 7 is where it starts to, it starts to feel less like a tic-tac-toe. Even though size 5 is already, it's not easy to win. Obviously, as I showed here, it's not easy. So okay, what are we doing? Let's see. We want to play like a losing or kind of a bad move for our pie. Oh, moves like this that is next to the corner, there should be winning moves, so he should swap actually, and he's always going to swap. But I think that on size 7, definitely this AI is going to be not good enough to win. Ugh, he already feels happy. All right, I'm going to delete his trap. And I'm going to spend a little bit of time to just create my own trap here. So now if he should fill this gap. Otherwise now, this is going to be kind of my area. He's got a trap, I've got a trap. He's got this area here that's probably not very trappy, but I could also create like a symmetrical thing. Now, if he closes up this gap, then I would win, because I would play here, and then here, and then here. Okay. I don't want to play down either of these locations, because he'll just nullify my trap, and then we'll come out of this, and probably get this one too. Same with this one and this one. And so all 4 of these look bad moves, and kind of for the similar reason of this one. So I want to play this move because essentially there's no possibility, and maybe even this one, but this makes it difficult for me to later defuse his trap. So I think I'd rather do this. All right. Well, I didn't see far enough ahead, and now I'm going to have to be forced. I'm forced to basically let the computer defuse at least this trap. So, but maybe it's not such a big deal. Me, him, me. What? Oh no, that's the problem. So now, he completes the shape, forces me to venture into new territory, and then he'll go and play. So yeah, I'm really not good at Trike. But I feel like I understand some things about it. That's what I'm trying to say with this video. I'm not trying to say I'm great. Yeah. Okay, so what's next? If I play here, obviously I lose. And if I play here, I lose too. Because it's always 2 to 1. So I'll just go ahead and resign here. And I think continue playing against the bot. But this was when I made a swapping move. Or, sorry, like a winning move and let him swap. Let's make a move that's not so obvious. Whether it's winning or losing. Okay. I'll try to make a trap. And he tries to make a trap. Now, here we can go out of here. I can also extend my trap. He'll probably do the same. Yeah. Now, if I do this, this basically creates a trap for him, which is not good. I don't want to do that. And why would it be that? Because basically here's a position that has 2 black adjacencies and 1 white adjacency. And we know that of the last 2 adjacencies that would be played, one of them would have to be black and one of them would have to be white. So these don't matter, basically. The parity doesn't matter. Just want to reiterate that. I guess I could try to create my own trap-like area while nullifying this. And now, at this point, I feel like I should definitely take this opportunity to defuse his trap. Now, black has an area that could be considered a trap. I also want to kind of, I don't know. I feel like I'm okay strength here. And probably just I have the opportunity to defuse. But then what happens is, no, it's okay. It's okay, because I can now complete this shape. And now make him choose. All right. So if he would have gone down, I would go left. And now we have this opportunity. So where would I play? Here, this would be defusing my own trap. This would be defusing my own trap as well. In fact, pretty much any move here is losing, except for this move. Pretty sure this should be winning for white. Because now I just walk it down, and eventually I win to 3 to 2. Because this, I had strength here. Great! So we can continue. I think let's continue playing a little bit on size 7, yeah. All right, so let's make a different unique pie offer. See what the computer does. They wanted to swap this one. Okay, fine. I'll just make a trap, whatever. They didn't make a trap, so I guess I will make a trap. I don't know what they're up to. Okay, right, so they didn't defuse this one. They didn't defuse this one. I have the feeling like now I could probably just play it safe, play kind of wherever. Let's see what happens though. Let's just make it harder for this trap to get defused. Although maybe my like heuristic about this is wrong. I see he's trying to make a trap, so I'll just block it. And I feel like it's good to finish the shape and like force them to go out. But maybe this heuristic, while it might be good in some kind of a general sense, it may not have applied to that position properly. I don't know, because now I play here, he plays here, I play here, he plays here. All of a sudden, I'm the one who has to go out. But what's interesting about that is that I have. Yeah, it's like I would have the trap on all sides, except that eventually these all get diffused, basically. So what I really should probably do is... Oh my god. Isn't this winning? What the hang on. If I play here, and he plays here, I win. If I play here, and he plays here, I still win. What are you doing? What are you... recalculating? Like, what the hell? Okay, so the computer just like is too dumb actually to play. They think they're winning and they're actually just losing. So yeah, all right, fine. Let's just turn up the thinking time on this one to 5 seconds. And now 5 seconds is actually kind of a challenge. probably. So let's stop play this pie again. All right, so he swapped. Yeah, so I can make a trap, I guess. And I suppose that if I were him, I'd probably make a trap on this next move. They do the same thing. I'll do another thing. Just do the same thing. Make a trap. At some point, they're going to make better moves than what they did last time. So this does seem pretty good. Like here, this is a definitely dangerous area that can become a white trap. Um, and it makes me wonder, like, should I be, doing something about this? But if I do, if I play here, for instance, I've already just created a white trap, and I don't want to do that. But maybe this is worth killing my own trap for, because. Okay, so here we've got this one, and then I also, I guess, can probably do that because I have no other choice. I don't want to fill in my own trap. Okay, they left it alone. I don't know. Maybe traps are not such a big deal when they're straight like that. Um, but I guess if I get a stone here, then it becomes more dangerous, and they would be. Let's test that by putting one here. No, I don't even want to test it. Let's just test it. Let's see what happens. Now probably it's a real trap. A curvy trap is probably gonna fill it in. Oh, and what's interesting about this is I made two. So this one like curvified my trap and made this kind of a potential trap. I believe. I think it's like this. Now here, if I play in this location, I give white a trap because there's 3-2. So I wouldn't want to do that. Rather just play here and take a little bit of control over this location and nullify some of white's control. Okay. Now, the computer thinks that they're completely lost, but if I make a single mistake, obviously they'll just be like completely winning again. So it makes me wonder what I should do. I have a lot of like, even if I just force all of this to be covered up, I think it's probably fine. So, but as long as this kind of shape move is still available, I think I would like to play that, or I can force the bot to choose. Like I can actually close up, and even because I have the majority of the traps on both sides of the board, it probably doesn't matter which direction they take, even though I'm giving them ultimate control about where to go with the next. Yeah, so they still think they're losing. And the reason they still think they're losing is because they are just completely losing. So I have all the power up on this side. You can't click here because it's 32, and he gives me the opportunity to mess up, but I mean, come on. So that's 5 seconds on size 7. And it's clearly not good enough. Why don't we just continue? If the more I increase this board size, the more it's going to get worse. Basically, we can probably stick with size 7. For me, it's a very nice like balance between feeling like a toy model and feeling like a mind-numbing, like overwhelming, because like I'll just show you. Oh my god. For these options, yeah. So I've been thinking about the size 13 actually as a pretty good size for tournament level trike. I think people could definitely play. Okay, this is probably still a winning move even on size. Yeah, they swapped. Okay. Yeah. So the question really is all about when the board's this big, like what is the role kind of the center? And I don't know. I'll just fill in this trap. And what's cool about this is usually what happens is they'll do something like, they'll play here, so they'll continue gaining influence from the corners, while maintaining a trap. So here I'll fill in the trap, see what happens next. And so this has been kind of like a type of a Joseki. They also want to maintain this kind of control. And now if I fill in this one, it's really bad for me because and if I fill in this one, it's also bad for me because this is a trap for white no matter what happens. So the best thing I can do is kind of leave this area alone, sadly enough. Which is cool that this kind of sequence exists. I wouldn't say it's a Joseki in the sense of good for both sides equally, because it seems like it's worse for me. Yeah. So I think what I'll do is just make my trap more difficult, and they did the same thing. And I kind of want to remove some of this influence here. But at some point, you know, at some point, okay. Yeah, probably shouldn't have let that happen. So now I get to probably fill this in. Okay, and now here we kind of erased some of that white influence on this side. So we're just kind of hoping that we can... So again, this feels very much like Go in the sense of... Only in the sense of... I'm not trying to say it's like Go. I mean that it's like corners, sides, center. That's how I kind of feel. Okay, so I'm not going to let this happen. Yeah. And now I guess I have a trap. And he can fill it in, but now I'll have more influence on this part of the board. And I think that's what's going on here. Players are competing for influence overall. And but at the same time, you want to fill in your opponent's traps. So, like these stones here, as you can tell, they are completely useless now. This stone is useless. This stone is also useless. But this stone's still in play. This stone's still... So, it's like, how much of the board is useless is one kind of consideration here. Like, I'm about to make a useless stack because I care. It's useful momentarily in the sense that it deprives the opponent of a trap, but now it allows them to kind of fill up. And you see, they don't even fill up. They're taking more influence, basically. Part of me wants to kind of just like make a fuck it all move and just play in the center. Just because I'm sick of all this influence games. I really get sick of that. And you see how they're doing that? They're just making traps. And they're like, oh, you're going to leave me alone to my devices. Okay, I can make traps. No problem. Okay, let's remove his trap here. I think this is okay. I'm pretty happy to remove that trap, and this is also a trap. Like if I played here, for instance, white would just win by playing here. So I really need to remove it. And this move is played, okay. I suppose he's aiming here, and this I think allows me to get influence if he chooses to get rid of this trap. And he didn't choose because I guess it's acceptable for the computer, because the other way to deal with traps is to close off the board in such a way that they never become kind of manifested. So, like, for instance, if there's a big line that forms in the board and then we're stuck on this side, all the traps that I formed down here would just be useless. And that's the other side of things. Yeah, so why don't I just... Oh, no. Did I just help him make a trap? I thought... yeah, that's pretty dumb. Pretty dumb. Alright, so I guess we see, like, a pretty awesome trap for the computer. And I just want to, like, make this trap a curvy trap and see if he fills it in. Just out of my curiosity. No. Okay. But now we reach this, like, thing where the board's going to fill up at some point to not fill up, but the board's going to close, and somebody will be forced to make a move that kind of. So if I move here, I'm pretty sure I won't be forced to do anything big. Oh, he will go there. Right. So now this is the game where we count like who closes the board and what direction it goes. So I'm trying to figure out like, okay, well this looks like a legit, enough move where I don't have to make any big decisions. Oh no. Yeah, so that's what happens. Now he's won because no matter what I do, they're going to push it towards the trap. Damn it. Yeah. No, there's really just not a way. It's a curvy trap, and that's the problem here. It's a curvy trap. Yeah, I know you're thinking 5 seconds about something you already know about. Okay, so I lost that one, but also, I lost that one because I made a tactical error that allowed the computer to force me to make a move that kind of clogs a pathway, which allows the computer to then decide which direction to take things. So a cutting move, like cutting the board into separate regions. They force me to create the region so that they can choose which region is advantageous, and that's one of the most annoying ways to lose in this game. Because I had all these awesome traps. This one, this one, this one. Yeah, I mean he had some cool stuff here too, and here. And this is what is the main thing about this game. And so that part a little bit comes down to parity, but it's not really parity. Again, it's like you're planning like, okay, I can go there, but they can go there, and here's how many moves, like and the order of moves, yeah, it's hard for me to describe. Okay, let me do one like this. Let's see what happens as it goes. All right, trap. I kind of want to do this again. I'm sure he'll play this one. Yeah. And I'll, again, fill this one. Maybe it's not worth it. But again, he gets influence, but I get to nullify his trap. So, yeah, we'll see. All right, so they're playing something on the edge. I think this is reasonable to just do something vague like this. So that makes a move like this, even by the opponent, pretty good for me. Mm-hmm. And I think it's okay to start creating some region here. I'm not going to worry too much about diffusing traps right now. Okay, I wish I could do that, though. I wish I could diffuse that one. But I'll just play along. I got my own little trap here. Now he's offering me the choice to diffuse or not, and I think I ought to. Yeah. And I should do that one, but he's left with one more trap here. But since all the legal moves are along the same, along the same line, then okay. So this was left unscathed, and I think I'll just continue building a little bit over here. Right. Okay, now I want to continue with making this a bit more scary. And I have this feeling that like the more you extend your traps, the more scary they're going to be. So I'm just going to make it like that. But also I feel like extended, but also curvy. Okay. So, I don't know. This is a long corridor. I feel like it's not good kind of trap shape because they can come in and just block it. But what I want to do is I want to come back in here at some point and place a stone like here. And what that would do is make it so later when we come in here, there's just no chance, you know? Yeah. Actually, it's interesting. I feel like even if, okay, so hang on first of all. This part starts to look like a trap for black. And it's a kind of dangerous. I should wait until I get a line of sight into this one before going there, because if I go there and they play away, then it's really a trap for black. And if I play here, it's obviously I lose my trap because he just plays away. I don't think that playing here is also a good idea for me, because it just kind of extends his trap. It doesn't make, well, I don't know, because last time I didn't care because his trap was like some kind of weird curvy thing. Okay, this is annoying as hell because all I want to do is play here, but the more he plays here, the more like kind of intimidating of a trap it becomes. Still, it doesn't feel like so super big of a trap. So I'm going to just play something like this. Okay, this is the move I wanted to make. So I give the option to defuse. And he chooses not to. And now I'm going to defuse his trap. Or at least try. I mean, like, this. Look at this thing. I shouldn't have... Oh my god. And now they made two. And now they made two. That's what happens. Wow. It's really interesting. I mean, this is still a trap. I mean, and these traps moves, it looks like, wow. The computer's actually quite good at this. So if I move here, I'm dead. 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 I have like one non-losing move, or like, well, because if I move here or here, then I lose access to my own trap. So this is the only way. Now he's got like two awesome traps, and I did not expect that. But I also have pretty awesome trap here and here. But that's all that's all bottleneck onto this trap. So this is all one big trap basically, which is kind of interesting. I never actually had this forking trap before, and I've never seen such an efficient, like, look at this, doom, doom, doom. Yeah, and I've also started thinking recently about like how the traps that are made, you know, well, okay, so I really don't want to expand these at all, and I have no. What I need to do is basically get lines of sight into them, and that sounds difficult because I just don't think that the computer's going to let me do that. I wonder if there's a way to get a fork where I can like, you can't really look both ways. That's the problem. I really don't. I don't know what to do in that situation. Okay. I don't know. I really don't know because I see this as a trap. I should just, yeah. But I just feel like I'm letting him get everything right now. I'm letting this computer get everything they want. Now this move, if I move here, then what? That just makes their trap scarier, I think. And this move makes he'll diffuse my scariest trap, I guess. I think if I also move here. And if I move here, I'm running out of ways to get back there. Oh, but you know what? The computer's also running out of things to do. Because he doesn't want to move here, for instance. Right, so now, okay. Now I get to go in and like kind of remove myself from the scariest. I can go in and do an extended campaign to remove this trap. I see he's building, like trying to build a new one, but I'm pretty sure this is still scarier. And now it's kind of like I have more influence on this little area here. That was awesome. That's awesome. And just out of general principle, instead of like cutting the board myself and letting the opponent choose where to go, I think this is a better move. Yeah. So I could go me and then him. Oh, that's perfect. So now here's the real like, oh, this computer thinks they're winning. Oh, now they think they're losing. Right. So you see, I have the option to go. Actually, wait. Can I go? Can I win? Just immediately? So me, him, me, him. Nah. No, I would lose in this direction, I think. It's not. Yeah, I guess. I don't know why, but I would. I would. Okay. Now we're gonna go through this whole. You see, we're gonna go through this labyrinth. Um, this is actually a trap, so I kind of have to do that immediately if I'm gonna go this direction. They still think they're losing, which is good for me. I can play this one, which I guess is kind of interesting because now, like, I'm forcing him to just go into my zone, and that's it. So we didn't even make it over here to figure out who would, which trap would succeed. My forked my forked terror, or his super efficient robo trap. Yeah, but what was this size? Size 13? Yep. I think this is probably big enough for like uh, a real kind of tournament scene if players ever decided to play this game. I'm pretty sure that nobody's gonna just pick it up and really seriously study it unless I push for it to be included on more game websites, um, like I did with Tumbleweed and to some extent Lifeline and Lilo. But I haven't really been, yeah, focusing on getting this very much exposure. But I have been performing a lot of kind of analysis with the help of Carlos Luna on the properties of this game, and I think it is a good game. I don't think it's as kind of opaque as it looks at first glance. The shared piece is a little bit tricky to get used to at first, but I do think that it is pretty simple to calculate, and it's a pretty low branching factor, and this is intentional, so that it can be readable. And you saw me reading out pretty much a lot of sequences in this series of games against the computer. Obviously, I played against a pretty weak computer, um, but I still believe that the computers have some kind of intuition about this game. That you see them kind of we're making similar opening moves, and that was kind of a coincidence. Like I had this idea about traps in the corners and everything, and also like just that the playing in the exact corner is bad, and this computer seems to agree, and they also try to make these traps. But I think that some reason they also taught me about how influences, yeah, can be more important. The idea that also you can create opponent traps with your own moves is really a critical lesson from this, um, and that there are these kind of ability to calculate out shape type moves. And curvy traps is another lesson from this session. I didn't think about that in the past. So I think a curvy trap is probably more dangerous than a straight trap. And a straight trap can be probably even kind of superseded with enough pieces on the edge, like next to the edge, to create like an edge trap. But it has to be somewhat long enough because as we saw up in this upper right hand side, upper left hand side of the board. Here, this I think was not enough for me to have forced the win. If I would have played there, pretty sure I would have lost. And just trying to get not and because you can create opponent traps with your own moves, you don't want to put lines of sight on certain things until the right moment, so you can go in and really do the maximum amount of damage to the trap. So you can see these little ping pong effects where stones are moving back and forth because they're trapped inside of corridors where one player wants to play there and the other player wants to get out. And that's a really interesting mechanic that shows up too. Already, board size 13 is pretty good in terms of, like, it's quite big enough, I would say. And already size 7 is, I mean, quite good. So here, the computer is not swapping because they believe that this is a losing opening, I'm pretty sure. Probably it'd be better for me to extend from this. Because now, but I believe that now if I play down here, so if the computer plays down here, then I can try. But I guess they won't do that. I guess I can try to create another trap here. Or like a little area here. Okay, fine. And I want to give the I started thinking about this, and this is a really interesting idea. Like the concept of letting your opponent fill in your traps so that you can get influence. That's a super interesting idea. Here, if I move here, then I pretty much allow. No, I think it's okay. This is good for me, I think. He'll play here, I guess. No? Okay, but then this is more like my area. But this is a really extended trap now. And I can do it the same. I can extend this. I don't believe this is much better than this. And since they're all long and straight, I don't know how like good they are. I mean, we saw what happened in the last one. You can just, move the other direction. It depends on who kind of forces the shape point so that the other person has to make that choice. All right, so I have a feeling like these knight moves are pretty powerful in this game. Right, so. I don't want to play here because then I create a trap for my opponent. I also don't want to play on this lower because then he'll just play to the left and then it becomes more of a curvy trap. But I could at least... Oh damn, I should have diffused this one. Now it's really a trap for him, not me. And that's quite annoying. Like, I didn't even think about that. I was just played too fast, basically. Damn. Okay. And it's interesting what this computer's doing right now. They're playing a lot of kind of uber influence moves. Okay. Now I'm going to remove this trap. I mean, now it's obvious it's time. Yep, and I guess I don't know why they did that, but okay. And this is also just not... I like filling out these shape points. I think now it forces the computer to kind of make a move that lets me choose direction, basically. So I think this move would really make me a trap, but then he would immediately defuse it. So I don't know if it's worth it. Well, let's see if he defuses it. He didn't. I don't know if that has to do with like a lack of calculation skills or the computer's just not good enough. The computer's really like pretty good at calculating things, like forced wins, at a short kind of distance. I should probably be playing like a bit stronger AI on this board size. So if I play here, hey, wait, if I play here, he'll go left. If I go here, let's just continue here. I don't know. I don't know about that. Oof, and that makes me the one who has to. If I would have thought a little bit more, it's pretty obvious to see like, well, okay, what are the options? What could my opponent do if I play there? Oh, he could do this. If he did that, then I would be kind of stuck with these very limited options, and I would be the one forcing the break, and is it really a break, or is it just making an awesome trap? Look at that. Wait, what? Am I crazy? Like, isn't this my game? What are you talking about? Did you just... Yeah, the computer's just not good enough on this board size. They just don't understand that I just made a huge trap, and they just played right into it. Right into it. So if I play here, it's a loss. It's just automatic loss. So this is the only move to win. And I think the computer sees very clearly what's going on. Again, if I play here, it's a loss. So I need to play inside his trap. And he'll probably... Yeah, okay. Great. So I win 4-1. So great. And here it shows the score. I don't know if you guys knew that, but right.